Did you know that using the wrong Ethernet cable could be slowing down your entire network? Whether it's twisted pair cables, fiber optics, or RJ45 connectors, choosing the right one is crucial for speed and reliability. But with so many options, UTP, STP, Category 5E, Category 6, and more, how do you know which one to pick? In this video, I'll simplify it all for you. From understanding Ethernet standards to mastering fiber optics and connectors, you'll learn how to optimize your network like a pro. Say goodbye to slow connections and hello to peak performance. Ready to upgrade your network game? Let's dive in.
To connect a switch to a local network, you have to use some type of medium. The most common type of LAN media is Ethernet. Ethernet isn't just a type of cable or protocol. This is a network standard that the IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, has published. It's therefore very common to hear several terms such as Ethernet protocols, Ethernet cables, Ethernet ports, and also Ethernet switches. Ethernet standards recommend different types of cables, each one with a maximum length that should not be exceeded. The first column in the table corresponds to the name of these standards. For example, in the standard name 10BASE-T, the 10 specifies a transmission speed of 10 megabits per second. The word base refers to the signaling, i.e. only Ethernet signals are carried on this medium, and the letter T stands for twisted pair wiring. Twisting pairs of wire together inside the cable actually prevents interference. In Ethernet, there are different types of physical support. We have coaxial, the twisted copper pair, fiber optics, and wireless. Most Ethernet networks use twisted copper wiring for small distances because it costs less than fiber optics or coaxial cables. There are several types of twisted pair cables. UTP, unshielded twisted pair, is a cable without any armor, shielding surrounding it. In an FTP, foiled twisted pair cable, all 4 pairs are surrounded by aluminum foil. And in shielded twisted pair, the armor surrounds each pair of wires and the whole cable is also surrounded by protection. Copper cables are divided into several categories. Category 1 is used for telephone communications. It's not suitable for data transmission. Category 2 is capable of transmitting data at speeds of up to 4 megabits per second. Category 3 can go up to 10 megabits per second. Category 4 up to 16. Category 5 goes up to 100 megabits per second. Category 5E up to 1 gigabit per second. And Categories 6, 6A, and 7 can transmit data at speeds of up to 10 gigabits per second. Network cables are used with RJ45 connectors. The male socket, which is the left one, is used for gartering, or connecting a PC to the wall socket. And the female socket, the one on the right, cable to equip offices or patch panel. There are 2 types of network cables: straight or straight-through cables and crossover cables. Straight cables are mainly used to connect different types of devices, while crossover cables are used to connect similar devices. To tell the 2 types of wiring apart, hold the ends of the cables next to each other. If the colors match from left to right, then it's a straight cable. If the colors don't match, then it's a crossover cable. Again, a straight cable is used to connect equipment that operates at different network layers. For example, a switch and a router, a switch and a PC, a switch and a server, a hub and a PC, or a hub and a server. And a crossover cable is used to connect similar devices that work at the same network layer, such as 2 switches, 2 hubs, 2 routers, 2 PCs, a switch and a hub because they're both layer 2 devices, or even between a router and a PC because they both work on the same layer, layer 3. Let's move on to fiber optics. An optical fiber is flexible and transparent. It's made of a type of glass called silica, which is not much larger than a human hair and is designed to let light travel through it. Fiber optics is mainly used in communications, as it allows transmission over much longer distances and at much higher speeds than other media. In addition, the fibers are immune to all kinds of pests and other damage, which minimizes loss. The 2 components of the fiber are the nucleus and the sheath. Most of the light moves from the beginning to the end of the cable. In the image, we can see a nucleus with a diameter of 9 micrometers. To compare, the diameter of a human hair is about 50 micrometers. The outer diameter of the sheath has a standard size of 125 micrometers. This way, the component manufacturer can create connectors for all types of cables. The third element we see in this image is the buffer. The buffer is a kind of coating, and it has nothing to do with the containment of light in the fiber. Its sole purpose is to protect the glass from scratches and moisture. Because the fibers can break or scratch very easily. In addition, water and humidity are very harmful to them. Now let's look at the 2 types of fibers, single mode and multi-mode. The difference between the 2 is the ability of the fiber to send light over long distances at high speeds. In general, multi-mode fiber is used for shorter distances with much lower speeds than single mode. For communication over long distances, we'll see single mode. In the image that represents the 2 modes, we see that the main difference is the size of the nucleus. Single mode fiber costs more than multi-mode. And the last thing we'll see about fiber optics is the connectors. A variety of fiber optic connectors are available. There are currently about 70 types of connectors. The main differences are the dimensions and how they're connected. Among the most common connectors, we have the ST connectors, which are used for the connecting panels. This is a very strong connector. The FC connectors are for connection panels and are used by service providers. SC connectors are for companies' equipment. And the LC connectors are also intended for business and used on SPF modules, which is a module that connects, for example, 2 switches with a fiber optic garter.